friends, this teaching is about eternal life. Before we take on the eternal aspect of this term, let's first focus in on the word life as it was used by Jesus in his teachings. In John 10:10, Jesus says, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came so that they would have life and have it abundantly." And so, Jesus' intended purpose for us is to have life, and moreover, that we have it in an extraordinary or surpassing manner. But what did he mean when he said this? In context, Jesus was telling a story to a group of religious leaders who accused him of being a sinner after he healed, on the Sabbath, a man born blind. The story he told is commonly referred to today as the parable of the Good Shepherd. In this parable, Jesus identifies himself as both the door of the sheepfold and the Good Shepherd. So when Jesus says that he came so that we would have life and have it abundantly, we can understand what he meant by looking at what he did in the parable, as both the door of the sheepfold and as the Good Shepherd. The door of the sheepfold is the means by which the sheep have entry into the fold. Through it, they can freely find pasture. And it is also the access point that the Good Shepherd uses to be able to personally interact with the sheep. And so, Jesus is our entryway into the life of God, which also allows us to freely find rest and nourishment while we personally and intimately know Him. And then there's the Good Shepherd, who calls each sheep individually by name, and they each know His voice and how to follow Him as He leads them. Notice that the metaphor evokes an image of Jesus having a personal and individual relationship with each one who follows Him. It also emphasizes our innate ability to recognize His voice as He leads, guides, and cares for us. Most significantly, the Good Shepherd lays down his life for the sheep, a shocking concept in an agricultural society where it would be unheard of for a shepherd to give his life up for sheep. Yet Jesus laid down his life for us so that we could take up an abundant life in Him. Finally, Jesus culminates this parable with the following statement starting in John 10:14. "I am the Good Shepherd, and I know my own, and my own know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father." And so, the abundant life that Jesus came to give can be described as a life where He knows you, and you know Him in the same intimate way that He and the Father know one another. But what about the thief mentioned earlier that comes only to steal, kill, and destroy? Oftentimes, this part of the parable is interpreted such that the thief represents the devil, who is actively working to steal from you, kill you, and destroy what you hold dear. Recall, though, that this parable is the response Jesus gives to a group of religious leaders who have just accused Him of being a sinner for healing on the Sabbath, after they interrogated and mistreated the man He healed who was born blind. In the parable, Jesus contrasts Himself with the thief, robber, hireling, and wolf, which are all symbolic representations of different modes of operation the religious leaders may exhibit as they endorse an oppressive, works-based approach to God that stifles those who attempt to live under it. This empty delusion of separation from God steals, kills, and destroys the otherwise abundant life that is available to all those who follow Christ. The abundant life of being in union with Him in the same way that He is in union with the Father. Now let's revisit the eternal aspects of eternal life. In John 17:3, Jesus defines eternal life as follows: "And this is eternal life, that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom you have sent." Notice that Jesus' definition for eternal life sounds a lot like how He portrays abundant life in the parable of the Good Shepherd. But wait, isn't eternal life about living forever someday when we go to heaven? That's not exactly how Jesus describes it. Eternal life isn't just a promise for the future. It's a type of life available to you right now. Eternal life is knowing God the Father and His Son Jesus intimately and personally, and it's intended to start right away during your physical lifetime. And yes, it certainly includes living forever in eternity, but it's a type of living that Jesus has invited you into that can start right away. Even right now, He calls you by name. Even right now, you can hear His voice. You can follow Him as He leads you, and you can find rest in His goodness and promises, all the days of your eternal life. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our other videos.